last year. But let me continue to make the point that this government, Dr. Rowley government, has failed to protect the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. That's a fact. And no amount of ranting and raving and so on. Let me just get to that before I conclude talking about our mission today. What the country witnessed on Sunday was the ranting of a desperate man.
Yeah.
A desperate man, desperate person. Desperate because he is in a job for which clearly the country recognizes he's not qualified, competent, or have experience. And so that faced with the problems and the challenges of governing, his only response is to try to obfuscate and to change the conversation, but we will not allow that to happen at all. We'll continue to focus on the problems and the issues at hand. And under Dr. Rowley, the undeniable fact is you have more workers going home, more murders in the country every day. You have a stalled economy. You have more problems with the health sector. And of course, you have more arrogance in governance. No one can deny any one of those issues. They are a fact. And so we point to statistics to support our claim. And to try to change the conversation, he's not only desperate, he's deceitful. He's deceitful and ungrateful. And he's lazy. Yeah, let me make the point. He's lazy. And he's lying. He's lying. Yeah. And I make absolutely no apology to say that you have a prime minister that tells lie to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. So when he was walking with the people in Chagaramas, and he vowed over his dead body, they will not take that land. And now the land has gone to the 1%. His 1%, the land has gone to. What a change. When he was with the round table, the round table, every week meeting, talking about poor governance coming from Mrs. Prasad Bisesa's government and what we should do about it and that we should not allow poor governance for the country. That was Keith Rowley talking. And when he was marching with us, the same OWTU and the same JTUM and the same trade union movement who stood up and took a stand against the injustice and against the bad governance and so on, against the corruption, all of which we still are having today under his government, when we took a stand against that on May the 23rd and 2015, and on the 5th of December in Port of Spain, Keith Rowley was present, ever present. When he asked the country to join with him and march for Section 34. Section 34, remember that? Section 34, don't forget that. Yeah? So at that time, he wasn't, well, we have to ask the question, was he being paid $100,000 to do that? Because to us, it seems that once you're marching, for him, you have to be paid. But let me just say, for us here in the Joint Trade Union movement and the Progressive Labour movement in the country, we don't want 1 cent to point out the ills in the country and to point out a poor performing Prime Minister. We don't want anything. And in fact, we refuse to accept any money from Keith Rowley and his government. Let me just make that clear again. We refuse to accept any handout of $15 million, and we were right to do that, to accept, to refuse and reject outright any $15 million from them. What Keith Rowley and his government want is for us to remain silent. This trade union movement, we will not be silent.